guaranteed a spot in the Hall of Fame.
That's
I'll
that's
defend my whole portion. No.
No?
You need more than that. MVP is not a Hall of Fame. You need more than this MVP, baby. I need to see
damn.
some
Well,
numbers.
hold on. But
I need to see more than just an MVP
But
for me to be like
wait.
Hall of Fame. Come on now.
No, okay. So
Because you're
you
gonna prove Malik's point saying that the NBA, the basketball Hall of Fame, you just step up in the league, you're getting there. You know what I mean?
no. I mean, like, there's a lot of people that doesn't deserve to be there. That's never even won a Hall of Fame, and that's why we're saying this, right? They didn't even put up numbers that certain Hall of Fames have put up before. So we're saying that, and we have players like Derrick Rose, right? We have players like Derrick Rose. We have players. Who else? Can you guys give me some names that's won a Hall of Fame, like a one-time MVP award? We
Uh,
have.
I think
Okay.
Derrick Rose is really who this conversation boils down to. Like, cause I was trying to think of other people. I really can't think of nobody else because all the other guys that won MVP, they had like longer, more like their primes were, elongated more. Derrick Rose only one that won MVP, but his Hall of Fame credentials are in question because his career was shortened. So like, I think he's the only one, man.
And yet again, I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite. Derrick Rose belongs in the Hall of Fame. He's just not a first ballot. That's just my personal
Oh
opinion.
no, and that's
Because he did a
fine.
lot for Chicago. He like even though his prime was so short, it's hard to tell the story of the NBA without mentioning Derrick Rose. And that's
Okay,
Well,
crazy.
what about
isn't it till this
When it
day the
comes
still
to any Hall
youngest?
of Fame.
Isn't he the youngest MVP?
yeah?
Yeah, no, but I'm just setting my criteria for any Hall
Yeah.
of Fame. If you can tell the story of that sport without mentioning that person's name, cool.
Mm,
Eli
okay.
Manning, he's not a Hall of Famer, but guess what? You can't tell the story of the NFL without mentioning his name.
Oh,
Yeah.
And those Super
championships,
Bowls,
bro.
he's got
Yeah,
his
See,
yeah,
name.
yeah.
football is different though. Football
No,
is
yeah.
different. Like it's so much harder to get into the NFL Hall of Fame. Like
No, of
it's like,
course. I was just
Yeah.
using that as an example. You know what I mean?
But
If go ahead.
to get the NBA most valuable player, it's an 82 season game. I mean,
Of
so
course.
you have to perform for 82 games,
But that,
right?
Da Vinci,
No,
remember, right? With one Hall
but
of
I'm not just
one
saying
MVP.
I'm not just saying you can win it and then disappear. You got to win it, but you got to be a solid player. Sure, that you can't just win it and disappear. That doesn't count. I'm saying you win it, but you're still a solid player.
Okay,
yes,
so let me ask you this: is Russ a Hall of Famer? Westbrook?
What
damn,
first?
valid.
I'm just asking the
Yeah,
question.
Russell
Oh
first
Don't be
yeah.
ballot.
looking up the face.
Okay.
Don't be. You see, the
Okay.
two light skins is like you try to pick on a light skinned brother
Oh,
again.
we not well,
I'm
no,
not
because it
coming
sounds
back with
crazy,
that.
bro. That's all it
Leave
is.
him
It
alone,
ain't
okay?
light skins. You just sound crazy when you ask that question. Okay,
No,
but
I
go
didn't
ahead.
sound crazy because Westbrook's career is longer.
Yeah.
That is the only difference. Okay,
No.
the triple doubles. But
Yeah.
like when you look at
Yeah,
accolades,
Westbrook is.
Westbrook been to the finals.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. No,
Westbrook is a first ballot,
first
like
ballot.
no
Yeah.
question type of
First ballot.
type of dude. I think
Yeah,
So
Rose
because it's
so
P
wait,
actual.
wait.
though.
It's
So
not
Thing is,
just
Rose,
Rose is a weird
so Rose,
case.
so Rose won a championship. Are we gonna consider do you think what's his name is gonna be in the Hall of Fame? Paul George. Do you think
Ooh,
DeRozan is going to be in the Hall of Fame? This is why I'm
ooh.
saying. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Hey, I feel you.
Okay, this a better one right here. So let's say Paul George got one MVP. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely, he would be.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't say
So
that.
what? So
Absolutely,
you
because he
say
had a,
so without that, is he a
look
Hall of Famer? Paul George, no MVP. Is Paul, just right now, if he retired next year, is Paul George a Hall of Famer?
I think he will get in.
Whew, man, I
I
don't. He
think he will
probably
get
I need
will.
in.
But
more
he's
accolades.
But what do you
I
think? You
need
think
more
Derrick
accolades.
But hold on though. How many
woo,
players is in
that's
there without accolades? How many
I
players
don't know,
is
but
in there
they
with
got
accolades?
something. Like you can't tell me that they just walked into the NBA and walked into the Hall of Fame. They have to have, like I said, if you can tell the story of the NBA or any sport without
Hmm.
mentioning that person's name, they don't belong in the Hall of Fame. And I can guarantee you that we can talk about NBA all day. from
Yeah.
back in the day till now and not
Yeah.
mention Paul George and not even skip a beat. Not even skip a beat. And
You
that's me
might be
being
right.
honest as a fan. That's not me being a hater. That's me being honest and spitting straight facts. If you can tell the story of any sport and not have to mention that person's name, no Hall of Fame for you, sir. No, no,
I
no,
Okay,
think
so
no, no.
okay, so I
Paul
respect
George is
that.
one of my favorite
So
players, but I think I'm with you. Like I don't know if he
no,
did
no,
enough.
but here's the
But
thing
it's
though.
crazy to say that and
How
then see
can
Derrick Rose is in because Derrick Rose. This is a tough. This is really a tough one for me. It's
Hold
like
on, though.
but Derrick Rose was just like he was his well known, bro. Derrick
yeah,
Rose. And listen,
and his
if
high
it
school
wasn't
career is like
No, but
elite
Navinci, hold on.
too.
Hold on, though. Can you tell the story of the NBA without mentioning Derrick Rose?
no, because
I say no.
if it wasn't for LeBron James, Derrick Rose would probably win a championship.
It's not even a championship. Just the fact he's the youngest MVP ever, and that's
Yeah,
what I'm trying to hang my hat on. If there's
But
some type
people,
of accolade that puts them above the rest, that lets them shine, even if it's for a brief moment, they
mhm.
are part of the history of that sport. They
Okay,
need to be
so
cherished and honored in that way.
so
what
we
if
can
Derrick
actually
Rose didn't get the MVP that year? What if they gave that year he got it? What if LeBron got it? So
Then,
Derrick Rose still was dominant. He still was, but he just didn't
yeah,
win the award.
yeah.
well, yet again, we can. I have to say,
Grant Hill's in. Grant
pardon me?
Hill's in. Grant Hill's in.
Mm,
He
But did
didn't get
Grant Hill
no.
get MVP though? Rookie of the
No,
year and all that.
no. He got Rookie of the Year, but he didn't get MVP.
oh, come on. Rookie of the year. We're not gonna go put Rookie of the year
No,
because
Grant Hill also got a super decorated college career too, because you know they factor in high school and college. So I guess Grant Hill probably got in on the strength of his college and his early NBA career. So I
I
guess
have
that's
no pro-
valid.
I have no problem with Grant Hill
yet
being there.
again, all I'm saying is accolades. If you
Do
can tell
you
the story of a sport without mentioning that person's
I'm
name,
with you. I'm with you.
okay, okay. No, I respect it and I hear you. And I gotta rock with you on it. Okay? I ain't no hater. But you said that. So we can go back into the Hall of Fame and dig up and look at names and we can be like, what the hell?
maybe we'll do
That's a
that
fact.
for the next part of the part after. We'll go through the Hall of Fame and we'll try to find accolades.
Take
Make sure we
niggas
have all
out.
the information.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And guess what's
That's
gonna happen to us? We're
yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
JJ Redick. We're gonna get JJ Redick. You know that, right? These
yeah.
NBA players are gonna come out and start cooking us because they're gonna think we're
yeah,
being
that's true.
disrespectful. But
Oh no,
you
no, no,
know,
no, no. We're not here to disrespect nobody.
no, of course, we're
We're
just here
just
to
gonna
spit
base it
facts.
straight off basketball. We're not gonna
But
call nobody
sometimes the truth
plumbers or
hurts.
anything.
You have to
Yeah, we're
remember
not
that.
gonna call them.
Sometimes the truth hurts, Da Vinci. And yet again, like I said, if Derek and there's no shot at Derrick Rose, if he didn't get that accolade as being the youngest MVP, it'd be hard to make a Hall of Fame case for it because you can
Okay,
tell the story of
so
the NBA
so
without
The
mentioning.
more you talk, the more I'm like, yo, Derrick Rose definitely is a Hall of Famer though. Like the
so
more yeah, he got it. Maybe not a first ballot, but he got to go in.
Yeah, I'm not saying
so
first ballot.
Yeah.
Whatever he be third, fourth,
Is
fifth.
Kyle Lowry an Hall of Famer? He
Mm.
won a chip.
He naming
He
all
won a
my
chip.
favorite
Wait, wait,
players,
wait,
bro.
wait, 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 wait. Why are you laughing? He won a chip.
I did. Multiple time All Star.
Yeah, he won a
Oh
chip.
man,
What are you
I'm
laughing, bro?
sorry.
He won a chip.
I forgot to
Is
mute myself.
you don't DeMar DeRozan's gonna be Hall of Famer?
No,
Oh, you watch and see. You watch and see.
DeMar DeRozan scored a lot of points.
he
Yeah,
did. But like
yeah.
Think
I said before, you guys making me sound like a parakeet. Can you tell the story of the NBA without mentioning without mentioning them? You can't tell it without
What?
mentioning Vince Carter. That's why Vince Carter's going to the Hall of Fame.
you got to say basketball too, not just NBA because
I said the sport. I said the sport.
Oh, okay. Yep. You're right. You're right. You're right.
The
I'm with
sport,
you. I'm with you.
right?
I'm with you. I ain't gonna lie.
Kareem, one in high school, one in
Oh,
college, one in
Kareem
the
is
NBA, right?
yeah,
Yet again, and all the accolades that he built up from high school all the way up followed him. Okay, let me ask you a question. Chris Paul going to be in the Hall of Fame?
for sure.
Absolutely.
Why do you think? Accolades, not just from the NBA, all the way following them up. Tell me what
Yeah, he won he won a championship Wake Forest?
Nah.
no.
Mm-mm.
But
Okay.
so
Chris
you're
Paul
asking
gonna
about
get
the
in
goat,
just
right?
off his name though. Like Chris Paul's name is alone
Yeah,
is
that's why
carries
he's
a lot
in
of
there.
weight.
And
Yeah.
that's my thank you, Sly. That's why I think there's a lot of players in there that's just off their
Yeah.
name. And a
Hmm.
lot of players are in there not because of you can tell a story, but it's off the team they were played on and
Yeah.
what they did for that team.
Okay, let me ask you a question. We're gonna get deep into this. Manu Ginobili.
Absolutely. Well, sure, that's
Okay, no,
bro. I mean,
no,
that's
I
sports
had to
I
say that.
say
Okay,
yeah.
so then,
yeah, that
okay, now
yeah,
we
no,
do that, right? You
three of
think?
them.
Hold on. You think Sean Marion belongs in the Hall of Fame?
That's tough.
Sean Marion never won a championship. Oh
He
my,
did.
He
Yes, he
didn't win
did.
a championship.
he
He
did.
won
One
it
with
with Dallas.
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 Yeah. I want to say no, but I think maybe yeah. I think that's a
uh,
valid talk.
well, if he's there, then what makes Paul George not be there? I mean, there it goes. I mean, there you go, man.
Just so
Um,
you know, BioSteel's what I drink when I be cooking these niggas. Just, you know what I mean? Just so you know, this guy talking about Paul George. Paul George is trash, okay? And
Oh,
not like huge trash, but like he ain't going to the Hall of Fame. If he goes, it's a pity. It's
so
a pity Hall of Fame
so
slot.
Paul
You know
George,
what I'm saying?
Paul George was a legendary in Indiana, right?
So was Reggie Miller. But who
But
did more,
Reggie
him or Reggie?
Reggie Miller, but that was Reggie's time. Yeah, Reggie did.
I'm,
Reggie's Mr.
who did
Indiana.
more, him or Reggie?
Reggie's
yo,
Reggie
Mr.
played for one
Indiana.
team. Paul George played for how many?
Yeah,
Reggie also. Reggie one of them. I think Reggie getting off his name too, though.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I always feel like Reggie Miller overrated, yo. I swear, I always felt like that.
You didn't no, he was nice. He was one part of those three, the Splash Brothers, man, before they started naming them the Splash Brothers. Come
I
on,
mean,
man. You can't tell. I know you a New York Knicks fan, so that's why you really don't like the
Maybe
man.
that could be it. But when you just look back, like Reggie wasn't doing that much, bro. Like he was averaging like in his prime, he probably averaged like 20. Like that's his like career high. Like he wasn't out there going crazy, and he didn't do nothing else. I don't want to do it, man, because I know Reggie. I feel like he another one. His name, like his name is his name. Like he one of them dudes. Like he carried his franchise and all of that. But he was a scorer that didn't score that much. That wasn't like I know it's blasphemy to say, but like
No,
I feel like if Reggie Miller get in, he one of them people. I feel like if he get in, it's other dudes that we got to start saying like, why not him? Like you know what I mean?
okay,
give me one person that you
so
think if Reggie gets
isn't
in, they should get
Calvin
in.
Murphy? Isn't Calvin Murphy in the Hall of Fame?
Who's that?
Calvin, the guy for Houston.
You talking about
Exactly, Calvin
not
Murphy.
Captain Murphy? You talking about I think you. I want to say talking about Ralph Sampson.
No, no, no. Calvin Murphy that plays for Houston.
I don't even know who that is,
I
bro.
think I'm familiar to Calvin Murphy, but he was like like a backup center. Like he wasn't like a.
No, no, no. Calvin Murphy is like a small guy. He does commentator for Houston also. Funny guy. I don't know if you ever watch him.
No.
Yeah, maybe I'm not. I'm
You're
probably
making me
maybe.
feel ashamed that I don't even know who this guy is. But that's what I'm saying. I can't. You can tell the story of the NBA, and
Wait, is Vladi Divac a Hall of Famer?
no,
Nah,
come
no,
on, bro, stop it.
nah,
Tony Kukoc is a Hall of Famer.
no,
Tony
no
Kukoc is
way.
a Hall of Famer. Yes, he is. Tony
He's in the
Kukoc
Hall.
got it.
Hey, calm down.
Yes,
He
yes.
goes to the Hall of
Listen,
Fame.
I know he's a Hall of Famer. I'm saying he's a fringe one. You know what I mean?
No,
Ah,
I
Listen,
think he,
and the only reason why he's fringe, literally, he got championships with Michael Jordan. He was
he
there for
is.
the
Oh, snap.
run.
I would have never thought that, bro.
And he was quintessential in the rise.
He was nice.
Like, let's not poo-poo certain players.
I'm
'Cause
not pooping. I'm just saying names, bro. I'm
okay,
just saying names.
so hold on, let me ask you a
Oh,
question.
never mind. I'll take it back. I just looked up. He's the 5-time European Player of the Year. Won a gold medal. Now, okay, because you know they include all that stuff too. Never. So yeah, he definitely a Hall of
Hold on,
Fame. He
bro.
got 2 gold medals. I
hold
ain't
on.
know his resume kind of crazy. Okay, yeah, never mind. I disrespected.
Okay, wait.
And he got how many rings?
Is Iguodala a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. He's not
You
a
put
first
Paul
ballot.
George. You say Iguodala over Paul George?
Yeah, because Iguodala was essentially one of the point guards for the Golden State Warriors when they went on those runs. They kept
But
it
he was a starter.
Pardon me?
He did get Finals MVP, but he didn't even start.
No, I feel you, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, the run that the Warriors went on, you can't name that team without mentioning him.
That's
He was
true.
a part of that story. Yet again,
We got Finals MVP.
Concrete. I'm not turning on this stance I have, B. I'm standing 10 toes down. You know what I mean? You come with something, I'm gonna make you touch grass. Pause. You feel me? Like that's not happening. Iguodala is a Hall of Famer, not a first ballot, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, whatever. But he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Calvin Murphy is in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
He is?
Yes, in 1993.
Can you tell me who he is, Sly? I don't know who this guy is, bro.
Oh, Calvin Murphy. Short little Calvin Murphy.
He's in it. Yo, you want to know what's crazy? He's from Buffalo. Or Niagara Falls.
Damn, you don't even know your own legends?
I don't know this dude.
That's what I'm saying.
He's from upstate New York, though. That is crazy. Yeah, he's in. He's definitely in.
Mm-hmm.
What's his accolades look like, though? Come on, Slide. Tell us what his accolades look like, though.
I didn't even get. That's crazy. I didn't even get to his. Man, he was wilding. In high school, he was wilding. And from the looks of it, looked like. So I would say, from the looks of what I just seen, he looked. What? Hold up. How did I know this dude? Like he was 5'9" and doing this.
Bro. Calvin Murphy was a baller, man.
Yep, he got it in 1993 too. So he been in for a while. So that's what I'm saying. If it's guys, if you don't, okay, so that goes against your argument if you can't tell the story of basketball, because we don't know him and he's in there and he been in there. So that I guess that goes against your argument of can you tell the story of basketball?
Because I'm still a young snapper, and I probably didn't get a chance to see
that's true.
Who he was because
me too. But I know who he is.
Yeah, you might know who he is, Da Vinci, because you knew about this goddamn topic and you did your goddamn research.
No research. What about Frank Ramsey? Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of players in there that what PG did, all-star wise, scoring wise, dominate over them. Not just PG, a lot of people, other players. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you know who Frank Ramsey is, but this guy averaged like 19, 13 points a game. And there's a lot of Boston Celtics in the Hall of Fame because...
Yeah, because there's only 8 teams and they ran up 11 championships, which is garbage. I'm not rocking with that. I'm sorry, B. You got 8 teams. You guys out here killing everybody every year for 11 years. Why are you in the Hall of Fame for, B? You guys playing on easy mode.
I mean, we could go back. I mean, we could look at, what's it called? I mean, I could name names, bro, but like it's
just give me one.
Honestly, I'm still with Calvin Murphy. I'm looking up his whole life. Well, he's from Connecticut though. He's from Connecticut, but he played in Niagara University, which I used to go to girls' dorms at Niagara University. Like, but he was wilding. Like he was nice. Like his numbers kind of crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Listen.
So what about the worst one, Bill Bradley?
I don't know. I think
Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Bill Bradley, one-time All-Star.
He's in off. He another one. I think he enters his name.
12 points. Average 12 points.
But he was on that. He was on that Knicks team though. That legendary Knicks team. That was. That's why I think he another one. He might be in off his name though.
Slide. Bill Bradley is in the Hall of Fame. This is what I'm saying. Like they need people that have common
Listen,
sense about
the,
this type of
he
stuff.
was like he was like a politician and all that. So he probably was one that's like a popular guy. Like he like I don't want to say like Reggie Miller because Reggie Miller was in All-Star games, but like he was Bill Bradley is in off his name. Like
Okay.
if he wanted
Oh,
people out, we taking people out. Like
What about
Burn the whole
Sabonis?
list.
What
Start
about
over
Sabonis?
again.
What about Sabonis? What about Sabonis?
oh
Sabonis
yes,
is not
for
even
sure.
he's not even an
Sabonis?
all-star once.
No, but his so I'm familiar with Sabonis. His accolades come from playing
Overseas.
overseas,
Oh,
and
come on.
he got a
Well,
gold medal.
He's like the
He
first
was
stretch big.
he killed the U.S. in Olympic play.
so
I,
right, that qualifies you for an NBA, not overseas,
No, but
NBA Hall of
Vinci,
Famer.
but hold on,
no,
Da
but
Vinci.
it's the Basketball Hall of Fame though. So
Yeah.
They
they
count
even take
everything.
your high school career into account too.
They
Huh.
count
But I
Well,
think
everything.
Sabonis should be in. Like Sabonis Sabonis got his career. I watched something about him. Oh my God! This kind of goes in the starting five because they had his son. His son was one of the feature athletes in that starting five show. So
Yo,
they
we gotta
did
do a
talk about his
breakdown on that
dad.
one here soon.
Yeah, bro, y'all gotta watch. It's so good. But
We'll do a breakdown on that.
his dad was a problem, bro. His dad was a problem. Like he was on a problem to a level like that's kind of absurd. Like he cooked all of them dudes in Olympic play, but they wouldn't let him come to the NBA because he was from Russia, and I guess back then they had beef. It was the U.S. and Russia had the little arms race stuff. It's kind of it's dad. Nah. I could speak on Sabonis that he should be in.
Okay.
well, I mean, how many Hall of Fame? How many what's it called? All Stars Paul George. Um,
He got quite a few.
hmm I mean, so these.
Okay, I'll say this. How come Reggie Miller but not Paul George? Because Paul George got better numbers than Reggie Miller.
That's my point, bro. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say here. There's so
Bro,
many.
got the whole list of the Hall of Fame.
Because
Yo,
Paul George is one of my favorite players. I ain't gonna
can't
lie.
do
But
that.
I also kind of get why you would say he don't deserve to get in though. Like
But
I
you know
get
the crazy thing is, there's a lot of young guys going up right now that LeBron is not their favorite, Kobe's not their favorite, Jordan's not their
Paul
favorite.
George.
It's PG, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Listen, I'm not saying his game isn't nice. I'm not saying that he's a trash player. All I'm saying is, and the merit that I stand on is if you can tell the
Well,
story,
we could say it without Bradley. We could say it without Sabonis. We could say it without Calvin Murphy. We could
hold
say
on,
it
no.
about
Sabonis is a
Ramsey.
different
We
story,
could say it
though.
about Frank
That's
Ramsey.
Listen, Sabonis is a different story.
We could say it about Dave Bing, Gail Goodridge.
No,
Man.
Da Vinci.
Nah, not Dave Bing.
No, listen.
But I get your point though. I get your point.
He's the first stretch big that we ever seen. He is part of the history of the NBA. Sabonis wasn't just nice with the passes or a big center. That man was pulling up from 30 feet and dropping bombs on people, bro. And at that time, the European game was completely different than the American. They were known for being softer and shooters and more finesse. That's why I even brought up the whole Manu Ginobili, right? Because it's not like Manu Ginobili did anything crazy, but we know what his
What do you
impact is
What
in
do
the
you mean he didn't do
NBA.
anything crazy?
Come on, you know what I mean, crazy, bro. I'm
Well,
not
he was
talking
probably the
championships. I'm not
craziest
talking
bench
about.
player ever, bro.
Pardon me?
He's probably the craziest guy to come off the bench ever.
Yeah, but yet again, there's history behind that. Okay, let me ask you a question. Jamal Crawford belong in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Why do you think he belongs in there?
Because
They pretty much should have named the sixth man of the year
Sixth man.
after Jamal Crawford. The highlights, the game, everything about him. Yet again, you can't tell the story of the NBA without mentioning Jamal Crawford. You can't tell the story of the NBA without mentioning some of these people. Now, with the gentleman you brought up, the Keith,
But
his name is.
but
Hold on. Just hold on.
It's not, but it's not just off name though, because we're talking about basketball
I'm not
and
talking about
accolades.
you. I'm talking about the
What you
story
said,
of the
it's
game.
but it's what you said. Your words were, it's the Sports Basketball Hall of Fame. So it's all accolades. So Paul George is like a 6-time, maybe 7, 8-time All-Star, right? DeRozan is a bunch of All-Star, right? I mean, it's a lot of points. So
But Da Vinci,
why?
can you tell the story of the game? Yet again, with those other gentlemen, I don't know some of them. Some of the guys that you brought up. If my brother pulls up the list, I guarantee you I probably don't even know 30 to 40 of them. Don't know anything about them.
Hmm.
But at the time that they came in, they were part of the history.
Hmm.
And all I'm saying is, can you talk about the NBA today and tell it to somebody who has no idea without mentioning Paul George? And for me, I can say yes. Because I can go KD, Steph, Iguodala, Draymond Green. Draymond Green, bro. You're making me feel like a
No,
jackass
no, no,
right
no, no, no. That's
now. I
not
gotta
that, bro.
mention, I gotta
Nah,
bring
nah.
up that aspect.
You cannot put Paul George and Draymond Green in the same thing. It's unfair. Draymond
How's
Green's
it
a first
unfair?
ballot Hall of Fame
Draymond
because he's
Green
a
looked like he's
first.
shooting with a backpack on,
No,
and he's gonna go to the Hall of Fame because people know who he is. And they don't know
Well,
no,
no,
bro.
he got DPOY. He got
Yeah,
DPOY. Mad all defensive teams. He
yeah,
got
yeah.
multi all stars.
No, but
He got accolades
So,
as well.
so does Paul George have all defensive teams? All of that. He has defensive teams. He has all stars. So that's what I'm trying to say here. Like, um, you're saying Sean Marion, man. It's the same thing. You're saying Sean Marion's gonna go. So
bottom, bottom.
bottom. But I'm not talking about
But
PG as a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
no, I know, but I'm saying like it's hard for me to like when you talk about Sean Marion just in general, the Suns with Nash, that's a
Mm.
storyline.
So when you talk about
Nash,
Indiana, oh, you
that's
talk
a
about
storyline.
bro, you talk about Indiana, you talk about who's in the squad with the PG in them, right?
Uh, Roy Hibbert,
Yeah,
Danny Granger.
Lance
Um,
Stevenson, Paul George was a monster on that Indiana team.
I
yeah,
know. And he
Like he
went to
was
the
going to
Clippers.
war with LeBron. So when you talk
facts.
about Indiana, and that squad,
I'm
his
not down.
name.
I'm not talking about Indiana. I'm talking about everything after Indiana, sir. The Clippers. What are they known for? Choking. It's not just him that's affected by it. It's
He
Kawhi
was an
Leonard.
all-star.
Everybody else that's been on that team. Chris Paul got affected by it. Blake Griffin got affected by it. The Clippers taint people sometimes. Jamal Crawford's the only one that walked out of there unscathed.
So is what's his name
Everybody
on
else got a taint
is
on him
what
from that team.
will Blake Griffin be an Hall of Famer?
No. Why would Blake Griffin be in the Hall of for Duncan?
Why
His
not
game,
though?
no, his game
Well,
almost completely fell off the minute he left that team and got injured. Tell me I'm lying. His game did not
um,
almost fall off.
Nah, okay. Well, that his first year with Detroit was probably his best year of his career, but after that, he did start having injuries and stuff. Man, this really the NBA Hall of Fame is it's tough. It's tough.
mhm,
I feel like Blake Griffin should go in, but
mhm.
when you really think about it, maybe you're right though. Like
It's
I
hard.
don't know. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I think Paul
Uh,
George might get in off name because Paul George is like this younger generation does look at Paul George in a very
that's
high
what I'm
regard.
saying.
So I
Yeah.
think he might go in just off the strength of being a
So
popular player. He is.
you
Like
can tell his name.
yeah. And he does have accolades, maybe not
Yeah.
as much as other guys, but he does have some. I think
Oh,
he'll
I'm
get
not
some.
saying he doesn't have accolades. But when I brought up Draymond Green and I said, right away, you're like, defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Like you were able to, and you're not even a fan of Draymond Green. And that's what I'm talking about. Like you can really tell the story of the NBA and you can't leave out Draymond Green.
What about T Mac though? T Mac is in.
Yep.
So T Mac is in, but Paul George not.
T-Mac was part of that the Air Canada.
Not for long, bro. That's short as hell. Yeah, stop it, bro. Stop it. That's the same crap. You just went. Stop it. What? So
You
Paul
wouldn't even
George
know
was
this.
what, in Indiana? See, you can't. Oh, see this guy?
No.
He
You
wasn't
know,
good, and he didn't really get good until he left Toronto, though.
I know
Exactly.
that, but what I'm
No,
saying is
stop it. See,
people
stop it.
recognized him. No, people recognized him in the beginning. Vince Carter's cousin. Vince Carter and him were doing their thing. When they traded him, that's when he stepped his game up because he wanted his own team. But even then, when you look at his Magic career, are
Elite.
you really gonna look at that career and go, it was better than Paul George's? No. Because Paul
What?
George in Indiana was the man from the jump, got injured, came back, was doing his thing, and then got
So
traded.
wait, you don't think T Mac's career in Orlando is better than Paul George?
In Indiana, no.
Hold on. You back in Orlando or Paul George in Indiana?
Indiana.
Who you really? Oh, you crazy? You're crazy.
Yo,
I'm not crazy.
see, you are smoking.
Crazy.
So,
No. Yet
do you
again.
not
Hold on.
T-Mac
do you
was.
not remember?
They used to talk about T-Mac and Kobe. Like
Exactly.
we used to have literal debates every day about T-Mac and Kobe, like who was better. Like T-Mac was like.
Listen,
I don't think Paul George didn't reach the heights that T-Mac, but he just was more consistent than T-Mac. Because T-Mac, you know what I mean, his peak didn't last that long.
Injury.
Yeah.
Come on.
But he's in though. I think my point is he's in with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So T-Mac is in, and his peak was so short. And Paul George been consistent since Indiana days to damn near right now. Well, I mean, he's clearly on a downslope, but he's still averaging 20 a game.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna let sleeping dogs lay where they at.
This is.
like,
I'm gonna get a headache.
go,
This is tough.
go look up Chet Walker. Go look up Chet Walker. You see, if he deserves to be in there.
Chet Walker.
Walt Bellamy.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, this guy trying to act like he didn't do no research. He pulled out names.
No. It's not.
He got the whole list.
Remember.
That's
We went down this. We went down this like last year or 2 years ago. We had this debate argument about this. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still fresh with it. I'm fresh with it because they never leave me. Because it's just like the top 75. I think there's people that really deserves it.
That's like a whole episode of us breaking down every single one of those players.
Okay. All right.
That's literally another episode. Because like
so we can. What we can do in a few more episodes is go down the Hall of Famer list and think who should be replaced, and no disrespect, but whose career is better than the other one.
For sure.
No
All right.